Hello. We saw some disruption from snowfall, particularly for Scotland on Tuesday, but snow will be potentially disruptive for many other areas over the coming few days because we are all now into that Arctic air mass. So as these weather fronts approach into that cold air, the likelihood is they will produce some snow, and ice will be clearly a concern too. There are numerous warnings in force. You can check those out on the website, but it's likely we'll see stranded vehicles, possible transport delays and cancellations and power outages. There's an increasing likelihood during the day on Wednesday that we'll see significant snow across southern areas, even southern and eastern areas of the UK. And then on Thursday, a more widespread event further north from Wales up through northern England, Northern Ireland and into Scotland as well. We'll fine-tune the details, but we start Wednesday morning on a really cold note. We might wake up to a light dusting of snow in the south, the coldest night of the year so far in the north, and still with the snow showers that have been coming through in the past 24 hours here anyway. As I say, all attention turning towards the south as the day progresses because we've got that band of rain, initially rain around the coast but turning to snow inland. It's a cold day anyway, but plenty of sunshine. But as we go through the day and the temperatures start to fall away again, this will turn progressively to snow, giving several centimetres up over the moors into South Wales, and then turning heavier across the southeast into Wednesday evening, and then overnight you can see as well. So the potential is we are going to see some disruptive snow across southern areas during the course of Wednesday. And then as we move into Thursday, this deep area of low pressure, it'll be quite windy in the south anyway Wednesday, but these winds will really start to whip up around that area of low pressure, and that band of snow becomes slow moving, we think, across some central areas, Northern Ireland, Northern England, parts of North Wales up into Scotland, potentially. Gales blowing that snow around, so blizzard conditions, perhaps turning to rain in the south by then, still that cold air with us in the north. So it's still around then through Thursday night into Friday before finally pulling out of the way, and the cold air's with us. And then into Saturday we could see another system pushing up from the south and the west. So Friday, perhaps a little ridge of high pressure, a brief respite, but still snow showers in the north and the east as that low pressure pulls away. And later in the day, more rain, which will turn to sleet and snow, pushing into the south and west. So still cold. We're still in the cold air right to the end of the working week. Then as we go through Friday night and Saturday, that mild air starts to try to push in from the southwest, never quite reaching the far north of Scotland, but I think by the end of the weekend it will be generally milder for most. But there's potentially another spell of disruptive snowfall coming in across parts of the Midlands, Northern England, Scotland in particular, possibly a smattering further south. It's still cold air, as I mentioned, but by the end of the day, temperatures starting to pull up a little bit further south and west. So transitioning during the weekend into the slightly milder air, but that cold air still with us across Scotland, still some potentially heavy snowfall here, strong winds blowing that around. But by Sunday, our temperatures are lifting for many parts, Northern Ireland, England and Wales. It's just the far north and east where it stays cold, and still with the risk of some frosts here overnight as well. So into next week, it looks like temperatures may just lift to around average for many of us, but it stays unsettled. We've got westerly winds off the Atlantic, so some rain to contend with for most instead. But between now and then, the potential for some disruptive heavy snowfall and ice issues.